Today I wanted to show you guys around here in my drum room or rehearsal space, drum studio, whatever you want to call it. Basically this room where I keep my drums, where I practice, where I record all my videos. And I would also like to show you guys real quick the recording equipment I use, the different mics and the audio interface, the mixer and everything. Just basically to give you guys an idea of where and how I make all my videos. As you can probably guess, my drum room isn't actually part of my own house or my own apartment or anything. It's in a separate building, not so far from where I live. It takes like 5 minutes by bike to get there. The building itself is like a youth center kind of thing. There's a cafeteria, a skate park, and lots of rehearsal rooms throughout the building. I rent my drum room for about $35 a month, which is nothing, you know, considering how big it is and how much use I get out of this. I can access the building, I can access the room with my key like 24 hours around the clock. Basically, whenever I want, I can just go here and I don't disturb anyone, and it's really awesome. I was really fortunate to get this room. As for the drum room itself, there's a lot of different stuff in here aside from the drums, obviously. For example, I have this little gig corner, as I like to call it, over here. I like to keep all my stuff that I use and that I bring for gigs here. So the different cases, double pedals in a case here, some extras, spare parts and stuff, spare heads in case I break a head on the snare or something. So I like to keep it all organized in this corner so it's not in the way and so that I can just easily remember everything when it's time to head off for a gig. And over here we have my spare parts drawer. Pretty much it's just a lot of extra mic cables, and in this one it's just all spare parts. It's like memory locks, wing nuts, bass drum beaters, snare wires, kick drum patches, you know, all kinds of different stuff. Some of this is brand new, I've never used it before, and some of these parts are like old that I just don't have any use for anymore. But you know, it's nice to have, like if you lose a wing nut, a bass drum beater breaks, or snare wire needs to be changed or anything, it's good to have the stuff ready right here and not have to order it and wait for a couple of days. Honestly, I don't even know what I keep in all of these drawers. Like this one down here, I'm not so sure. It could be anything in here. It's like a water bottle, some extra cloth, mic cables, mic cases, and all all kinds of different stuff in here. And speaking of stuff, back here there's like a graveyard. I don't know if you can see it down there. It's like a graveyard of extra stands and parts for my rack, because a while back I used to keep a lot more cymbals on my drum kit. So I had a lot of cymbal arms and stuff for that, but right now I'm not having so many cymbals on here. It's like crash, ride, stack, and hi-hat. But there's gonna be a day when I feel like putting up more cymbals, and if I don't have the stands, I'm gonna hate myself. It has happened before, and I don't want it to happen again. So I keep everything hidden behind that sofa in the stand graveyard. It's better to keep it than to sell it, I feel, with stands and stuff. This note stand is a lifesaver. Basically, I film all my videos with my phone, and a few of them I feel like to film from above with that DIY cymbal stand turned into a camera stand attached to the wall up there. That's what I used to film the overhead, like the bird's eye angle videos. But all the other videos, I like to put my phone here, like on the edge of this note stand, and then I can just put this and like raise it up wherever I want it to get a nice angle and camera view on the kit. And now for the recording equipment. So basically over here I have this little setup, this little desk or whatever you want to call it. I put some extra stuff down here. It's like a Meinl Cymbals and shaker, some Drumtacs and stuff in there. But basically this is where I record all my stuff. So I keep my computer on here. I use Cubase 8, Cubase 8 LE to be specific, to record. And I have a mixer here which is connected to this audio interface. So the mixer is a Soundcraft EPM 8 mixer. And the audio interface is a Phonic 808 Firefly U interface. And it's kind of cheap stuff, but it actually does the job really well. The mixer I only actually use for monitoring. Like if I'm recording something, I can adjust my headphone volume right here. And if I'm doing Skype lessons, I can actually balance the volumes of all the mics, and I can EQ them and stuff, and then run that into Skype to get a better drum sound. Now if we walk around to the other side right here, say I'm done recording all my drums for a video or a song or something, and I want to go to editing, I can just flip my computer around here, and I bring my computer mouse and a headset from home, and I just plug that into the computer, sit down on this old beat up chair, and then I can sit right here and make all my editing. Then if I need to go back and change something, turn the computer back around, sit at the drums and finish the job. So now that we talked about the mixer and the audio interface and the laptop and everything, let's move on to the mics that I'm using. I'm using 8 mics in total because that's as many as I can use with this audio interface. I would like to put up some room mics and stuff at a later point, but I will have to change out my audio interface or add some more preamps and stuff to be able to do that. But right now the setup I'm using is I use 2 mics on the snare drum. They're both the same. They are Audix i5s. Really good mics actually. They pick up a really good snare drum sound, and they're not expensive at all. So I would highly recommend those. They're kind of like the Audix version of the Shure SM57, which is just a really good all-around microphone. And then here for the toms, I use the Sennheiser E604 microphones, one for each tom. Also really good microphones, considering the price at least. They also come with these clamps, so they're really easy to just bring to gigs and stuff and just clamp them on, and you're good to go. As for overheads, I use a spaced pair here of AKG C391B microphones. Kind of a tricky name. These are a little more expensive than the other mics on the kit, but they really do a really good job of picking up a kind of a natural cymbal sound. So you don't have to work super much with those either to get a good cymbal sound later when mixing. And then there's one more tucked in here in the bass drum. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's right there inside the bass drum. It is a Audix D6, which is an absolutely killer mic. I know a lot of big studios use this mic, even though it's not that expensive, just because you basically have to do nothing with it. You just record the bass drum and you're good to go. It sounds so good just from the get-go. Really good mic, not expensive at all either, so I would highly recommend it. And that's pretty much what I use for recording. I'm planning to make some videos at a later point, going more in depth into my mixing and the techniques I use for recording and stuff, and basically giving you guys all the information, the complete rundown, all the information you need to get started with recording drums for yourself, if that's what you're looking for. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tour of my drum room. I will catch you guys soon with some more videos. I have a lot of different ideas and a lot of stuff that I want to make pretty soon. And basically, if you have anything you're wondering, or if you have any requests for a type of video or anything, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see when I can find the time to make a video on it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys again soon.